Yeah, you know what it is. Another classic episode of the Miller Experience. I want to thank you guys for liking and subscribing to the channel. Guys, we're currently at 1,177 subscribers. So keep liking, keep commenting, keep sharing. We love it all. All right, guys, today we have a true legend on the show. We're going to take a deep dive into the legacy of the most remarkable athlete and game changer. In today's episode, we have a legend in the building, a man who redefined what it meant to be a running back, explosive, powerful, and unforgettable. He was a phenom from Philadelphia, Mississippi, who took the college football world by storm at Oklahoma and left a legacy that still echoes today. Yes, we're talking about the legendary Mr. Marcus Dupree, the best that never was. Get ready for an inspired conversation about football, life, resilience, and redemption. This one you don't want to miss, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Marcus Dupree. What's up, legend?
Hey, what's up, bro? Appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, bro. We appreciate you coming on, man.
We can say punt returner, kickoff returner, wide receiver.
Everything.
Quarterback, defensive line, linebacker, wherever you need me. Put me in, coach. Put me in.
Hey, before we get started, I want to ask you, college football starts, but really Thursday night. What you think your Sooners going to do this year?
Man, I get that question asked all the time. With me not being at practice, it's hard for me to say. I think they're going to be in the hunt a little bit, as long as they keep guys healthy. I got a cousin playing on the team, so he said they look pretty good. The new quarterback really looks good from Washington State, so we're going to have to see. The SEC is tough.
Be tough.
Right, man. SEC ain't no joke, brother.
You got to bring your A game every game. You can't come in there slacking. So this ain't the Big
12. Right. So growing up in Philadelphia, Mississippi, when do you first realize you had a special gift for football?
I really did, bro. I just wanted to compete. The guys I grew up with, we just wanted to play good enough so we didn't have to, so our moms didn't have to pay for us to go to school. And I really didn't ever know, just the guys I grew up with, we all pushed each other. We all ran as a pack, and we all, we always said if one person makes it, we all make it. So, I just went out and just wanted to compete and win. We was all about winning.
What was it like being a high recruit from high school? You was probably original NIL before NIL.
Well, it's funny you said that. I just told Craig James and Eric Dixon at the Hall of Fame when we were at this past summer. I said, man, you guys started the NIL. Y'all was the original NIL, so y'all broke the bank, man. So, it was, I just treated, my mom was a school teacher, my grandfather was a minister, so they were kind of strict. They wasn't letting nothing illegal happen. The NCAA definitely wasn't, because they had someone staying in my hometown, watching what I was doing, watching when I got up, watching when my mom got up, knew what was in her bank account and all that stuff. So I didn't get the NIL that everybody getting now. I wish I was be coming out right now. So, but it was fun, and it wasn't as stressful as people think it was. I just had fun with it.
Right.
Why do you ultimately choose University of Oklahoma over any other school?
Well, for one, Coach Swisher played black quarterbacks, and I wanted to play in the wishbone with black quarterbacks. And then number two, they were nationally exposed back then. You only had a few channels showing college football, maybe 3 or 4, and Oklahoma was always on TV. And I wanted to play on TV and play and be nationally known. For running the ball, and Oklahoma ran the ball.
Right. I know you said wishbone, but it seemed like they changed it.
I wouldn't expect them to change it. Hey, they changed it. Say he better than anybody else on the team, so we might as well get the ball to him. Right. So I made it do what it do.
Yeah, right. You did. You've had more runs for 70, 80, 60 yards than anybody I've ever seen, man.
I was just trying to get the game over with, bro. That's all.
I like that.
Hey, on a serious note, though, you it seemed like something we should all look forward to doing. You seen the rendered help to a lady who was in an accident recently. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of times there's a lot of people that tend to walk by, and what's going on right now in this country. I think that's what we need.
We definitely,
stand up and
we,
help.
we definitely need that, man. I would have never thought coming up in Philadelphia, Mississippi, that we'd be going through this same crap. What, 61 years later,
Right.
with the same mess in 2025? But yeah, she was. She almost hit me when she hit the back of the truck, and I was noticing nobody was stopping. So I was like, let me pull over. I made the call to the highway patrol and 911. And they was like, have you made it to the truck? Is anybody hurt? I said, that's why I'm regretting to see if anybody's hurt in this truck. And luckily, she did not get hurt. I pulled her out through the back. And she was only 16 years old.
Oh,
and she was coming from a recruiting trip from OU. Matter of fact, that weekend it was OU spring game. And so I guess she was there for a recruiting trip for softball. And things happened. And when she hit the back of that truck, man, oh, my God, I was like, I don't want to see what's going to be in this truck when I get to it. But
right.
God was good and blessed her to be able to be okay. And then I pulled it out of the back. And so the rest is history.
And God bless you for that, man. Like I said, there should be more of that in this country, especially right now. We should be extending hands.
No doubt. We all still God's children at the end of the day.
Exactly. Now, like I said earlier, I was fanboy. I've watched, and I told Ernest this, I've watched highlights of Barry Sanders, Emmett, all the great running backs. And then I saw yours. And I was like, damn. Like, I mean, they started in high school, and you're like, dude, when you touch the ball, it was like, just go ahead and put it on the board.
Yeah, I'm trying to, like I said, I wasn't joking. I was trying to, I like trying to get the game over with. I like to, be the first one, put the first points up on the board as soon as possible. Then we set the tone.
And now, I mean, how prestigious is this? Your school has put up a plaque for you, the Hall of Fame Player of the Year. So everyone who gets that plaque from now on will undoubtedly know that it came from you.
So let me correct you on that. I'm sorry. It wasn't my school. It was the Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. The Hall of Fame.
Yeah. So now it's going to be like the Heisman Trophy of high school football. So they just called me the other day. So they're getting a new building along with the Cleveland Browns new stadium. So they're going to have a 40,000 square foot indoor Hall of Fame right there in Brookshire, where the new Cleveland stadium is going. So they're going to have a room where all the people that win the trophy. So it'll be the Marcus Dupree room, and the trophy is going to be sitting in the middle of the room, and it's going to be spinning. So everybody that wins it every year, that plaque is going to go up in that room. And then also they're going to have another room where if you won Parade All-American, they're going to have plaques in there for that. So I won it twice. So my junior and senior year. So I'm excited about seeing the new building.
Man, I'm excited for you, man. I mean, that is amazing. That's truly amazing. Okay, another question. Now, when you were at OU, I think it was your sophomore year, you had a concussion.
Right.
The decision to not come back after that, was that a decision that you regret, or was that a decision that you live with?
Well, it's a decision I had to live with. I'm glad I had the awareness, the wherewithal of knowing that, the awareness that, if I go back and try to play, I'm probably going to damage myself. At that age, at 18 years old, most kids today, well, I got to get out there and play. And I knew I couldn't play. I wouldn't be at 100%. And I knew once I came home from that concussion, I had to sit in a dark room for a whole day. And I'm like, I just had the awareness, and thank God that I had to, I can't play. I know they're going to try to make me play. I can't play. So. And
I'm glad you say that, because of the simple fact that during that documentary, they never talked about that.
Right.
So a lot of times people just talked about the fact that, he quit on him. But they needed to know that you were looking out for you.
Yes,
And
no doubt.
you're looking out for yourself.
I mean, I always said NCAA were the biggest pimps in the world. And, they have made money off the college players for the last 40, 50 years. But I just knew, if I'm going to get hurt like this, I need to go play ball and make money. I mean, make it in the pros and play.
Right.
I mean, but like I said, they would have tried to make me play. Ain't no doubt about it. And I was like, you know what? I can't do this. I'm gonna just sit. Even my mom didn't even know I had made the decision. So I just decided to stay. And then Coach Switzer didn't even come and try to see what was wrong. He did not get. He was so proud. I mean, he was one of, I don't know how you say it. He didn't even call a check on me. Coach Selman did, and Coach Galen Hall did, but he didn't. So hey.
His comments were, and not to bring back bad memories, but his comments were, "Oh, he's lazy," or he's this, he's that. No, you need to check on your player.
Exactly, and he didn't. He did not do that at that time. He definitely did not do that. So,
speaking of the ESPN documentary, "The Best That Never Was," how did it feel seeing your life on the screen?
At first, it was like, wow, did I do all this? But and now it's just, I got an opportunity for my grandson, who they pick at him now. He plays at Jackson State, and then he started receiver over there. And when he said, "Papa, you gonna sign me up?" He wasn't 4 years old at that time. Now he's 21, so and he's balling. So I'm proud of that, and just being setting stone for history. People can always go back. I got a great grandkid now, so he can go back and watch. What my papa do. What did he do? But now I just signed a deal to do a movie, so that's gonna be pretty good, I think.
See, I didn't like. To be real with you, I did not like the topic, the heading, "The Best That Never Was," because what you did do, they can't take from you.
Right.
Right.
It never was. No, let's chill that. I'll be real with you, because they can.
John Hawk is a good guy. We kind of use it as a marketing, kind of say, "Oh, let's see how good this guy." They said the best that never was. Let's see what this guy's about. So it's kind of like a marketing too. We got the same effect that you had just did. That's the effect we wanted.
So it worked. It worked.
You can't take it.
Right. So it worked. It worked.
It's catchy.
Who stole?
Yeah.
Who stole whose style? Did you steal Eric Dickens' style? He stole your style, because both of y'all had the Jerry curl with the glasses, and both of y'all ran high. Who did it?
Well, I was kind of like trying to put Walter Payton and Earl Campbell and Eric Dickinson and Gail Sayers in one. That's why I returned punts, because of Gail Sayers. So I try to put all four of them in one body.
A lot of people didn't know that name. Right. Gail Sayers.
Gail Sayers, man. Yes. Man, I used to love to watch her return punts and kicks. I was like, I want to be like that. And yeah, no doubt. No doubt. What, both of y'all are talking. What did you say?
Sorry. I said they used to compare Reggie Bush to Gail Sayers.
Gail.
No.
Gail could break tackle. Reggie was more, Gail gonna give you that one step.
He up the field, exactly. He gonna give you that one step. Yeah, Reggie a little shifty, little light in the ass too. So ain't nobody. Gail Sayers is the man. Ain't nobody like it.
Man, Walter Payton had power that a lot of people didn't know that he had until you hit him. And Earl Campbell with size 34 thighs. What else you need to say?
That's right. That's my boy. We talk once a week.
Hey, give him my blessings, man.
Yes.
No doubt, bro. No doubt.
And today,
your freshman year,
225, running a 4.24, 4.29.
Yep.
Your freshman year at Oklahoma was electric. What do you remember most about that season?
Let's see. I guess the Fiesta Bowl, because I ended up playing with some of those guys with the Rams, like Ron Brown. Okay. So every time I would break out on a long run, somebody was always back there, knocking me out of bounds. So I was like, "Run, man! How did y'all keep? I know y'all is Olympic sprinters and everything." I said, "But I was busting y'all ass." And he was like, "Man, we had to sit. Coach made us get back an extra 10 or 15 yards because we knew you were gonna break loose." And I said, "That's why y'all kept knocking me out of bounds." So that was the secret. I kept wondering why this guy keep catching me and knocking me out of bounds. And so that's what it was. He said, "Man, we set back an extra 10 or 15 yards because they never they didn't play against the wishbone. We ran the wishbone basically all that day, and so they never really seen it. So if you hadn't practiced against it or played against it, it's hard to stop. And we would run up and down the field."
What was it about the wishbone that was so difficult? I mean, tell the people, what was it about the difference?
It's just the maneuver. Well, you never know where the ball is. If you got a good quarterback who know how to ball place the ball, and the fullback can ride him to the last minute, and everybody can converge on him. Then he gonna run around the edge. He either gonna keep it or he gonna pitch it, and you gotta make sure you take one or the other. So which parts are you gonna choose? So I think that's a big difference.
Your freshman year, you was in the Heisman category with Herschel Walker, John Elway, Eric Dickerson, Anthony Carter, Tom Ramsey, and Dan Marino. Even though you didn't win it, Herschel Walker won it. How did it feel just to be in that conversation as a true freshman?
Well, you know what? I didn't even really think about it. I just knew that they weren't going to let no freshman win. Back then, they definitely wasn't letting freshmen win the Heisman Trophy. So I didn't even sweat it. I just took it up as an honor. I was glad I was able to make All-American and just play with some great players and play on a great team. And it was fun.
Right.
But what in the back of your mind, did you think, okay, he got the Heisman, but I broke all his records in Mississippi?
Yeah. Yes, I did. Yeah, I thought about that, no doubt. Everybody keep talking about Bo. Don't get me wrong, Bo can play. Bo can play both sports. Coach Switzer, a lot of people don't know, I batted 500 in high school. And Coach Switzer, let me see, Bobby Witt was my suite mate. And so Bobby Witt's son just signed a big contract in baseball. He's like, "Man, you need to play baseball with us." So I said, "If you guys go ask Coach Switzer. If he says yes, I'll play." But he said, "Nah, he wouldn't let me play." So
yeah, I saw the batting average. It's crazy.
Hey, Craig, before you ask your question, let me ask you. You talk about Coach Switzer. So I watched a documentary on Netflix with the Cowboys, and they had Coach Switzer on there. Troy Aikman's biggest beef was Jimmy Johnson was a hard ass, and Coach Switzer wasn't. But he wasn't like that at Oklahoma. Can you tell us how he was as a coach at Oklahoma?
Well, I think it was more hard ass on me because the players love him. I like his swag. I like everything about him, but for some reason it was something about me.
Right.
And I think some of the reporters said because Marcus Hughes was getting bigger than he was. So I didn't care about all that. All he had to do was communicate with me, which he was not. Right. Let me know, "Man, why are you riding my butt?" I used to ask Coach Galen Hall to go in and use the offensive coordinator. Like, "Coach, man, what's up with Coach Swartz?" He said, "Don't worry about it, big boy. I'm gonna still give you the ball." So he had coaches trying to get me into the NFL. Coach Selman had called Leroy Selman. Like, "Man, we need to get this kid out of here, and he needs the opportunity to play in the NFL now." And so little things in the background were working, and Coach Switzer didn't know it, but I just didn't understand why he was riding me so hard, and I'm coming there to play. And he said on the interview I saw not too long ago, "We knew he was the best player on the field, but why you didn't act like it?" So I didn't understand.
That was actually, man, Ernest, I was actually going to talk about that because the fact remains that he felt like you were getting bigger than he was. People wanted to know about you more. Every question was about Marcus Dupree. It wasn't about, and he wanted it to be about him. And now there are a lot of coaches that are vain that way, but he felt like you were getting bigger than he was. That's just like Jerry Jones. He doesn't want anybody bigger than he is. He wants to be on the field.
Well, him and Jerry are roommates in college. Jerry, Fred Akers, and Jimmy, they all roommates. So what do you expect?
So Let's talk about your injuries, man. Injuries hit you early in your career. How did it change your mindset as a player?
Let's back up. So when I got hurt in high school running track. I tore my hamstring, and back then they don't have the equipment they have now to get you back right. So I was training on my own. I tore a hamstring, and they put a hole in my hamstring to stick your thumb in it. And so I guess I don't know what happened. It kept bothering me a little bit the second year at OU. And then that's when I went to the USFL. That's when it tore loose from the bone. So it really wasn't a hit. It was the hamstring that tore everything away from the bone in my knee. So that's what the doctor said when they went in. They was like, Marcus, it's like that tear from that hamstring is what tore your knee up. So that's how I had to deal with it. Just, I knew playing running back that, sooner or later I'm going to get hurt. I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. And so I just dealt with it.
I'm sure in your conversation with Earl Campbell, he talked about that as well.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, no doubt about it. Earl done got hit. I mean, it almost took his life. I mean, to a certain degree. Earl couldn't hardly walk at one point in time. So, I'm just blessed that I'm able to walk and still enjoy my grandkids and just enjoy life, period.
Right.
That's what's important, man. That's truly what's important.
At the end of the day. Yes, sir.
How was your NFL experience?
I didn't see any different in the USFL and the NFL. It was a great experience. I got to play with a bunch of guys. Played with 4 guys that lived in Mississippi, which only probably an hour and a half. An hour from my hometown. So I was on the team with 4 guys from Mississippi. So that's the experience that really made it all good. Guys around Philadelphia. Had Robert Young and Carthage, had Buford McGee from Durant, Mississippi. You had Jackie Slater from Jackson, Mississippi. And it just being able to play with those guys and know they from around the area.
Yeah. So even when you were there and you went to the Rams, I believe it was, you were actually injured at that time.
Well, I sat out 5 years. So when I got my knee tore, the doctor said never play again. So I just woke up one morning and said, man, I think I can come back and play. And I just built my own weight room, still sitting there in my mom's yard right now. Put the heaters in there and went to work. I said, God, give me the strength to make it through these next 3 months, and let's see what happens. And that's what I did.
Okay, that's what's up. Perseverance, man.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Because it was some days in that weight room I had it up to 130, 140 degrees in there. Even my cousin Fred McAfee, who played for the Saints, used to come up there and work out with me. He's like, bro, I can't stand here. I got to go. So I was like, bro, I got to be in the best shape I got to be in because I've been out of this game 5 years. Right. So I got to be right. Ain't no slacking.
So you went through training camp. Everything was good. Everything felt good. And
yep.
You stayed with the team, 2 years?
Yeah, it up 2 years. Right after Coach Robinson left, Coach Robinson is 100, bro. He told me, he said, Marcus, it's going to take you 2 years to get back to where you were playing. And it did. But because he left, they fired him, and then they brought in Chuck Knox, and everybody like, man, Chuck Knox going to keep you. Ain't no doubt about it. Hell, I had 100 yards against the Raiders in 1.5 in the preseason. So, but he didn't keep me. So he said he wasn't with the Marcus Dupree comeback. So I never forget that statement he put in the paper. So, hey, wow. It is. Yeah.
So obviously they've been doing that back then. What's your thoughts on how they're doing Shedeur Sanders in Cleveland?
Well, I've been in the front office. I worked for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I worked for the Washington Redskins. I also been a general manager for a arena team. So it's just certain things you got to do. I understand you see it from, they saying they trying to blackball, but when you're talking about that much money, it's just a certain line you got to walk. It's a certain way you got to carry yourself. When the owner's talking about giving, but also you got to back up to his dad too. I don't know if y'all remember when Deion was playing with Atlanta, he threw that water on that reporter.
I remember that.
And then when they got some more.
Yeah.
People don't forget. They run the show now. Let's don't forget they run the show. So whatever you do, I always heard this. My mom always said, if you do something Karma gonna come back to you. It may not come back to you, but it may go down the line to your kids. My grandmama always say that. So it could be a different things. So I've been in the scout room, and I heard through some scouts that in one interview, we going for a job interview. This ain't a game. This real. Right. This ain't Colorado. This real. So one guy said he was interviewing, and somebody FaceTimed him on his iPhone. He was sitting there with his FaceTime, talking while he talking. Then I heard another scout tell me these guys they ain't got no reason to lie to me. Told me that he was with the Giants, and the Giants sent him the playbook because they expected to pick him first round. Mm-hmm. He didn't even go. They say he didn't even do the playbook. He said, I don't need that. I don't need the playbook.
Oh, wow.
So it's just little things. Little things that pull, hey, it is what it is. So I know some may think that they trying to blackball him, but they also trying to make him grow up because your dad ain't gonna be with you all the time.
Yes, yeah.
Humble, just a little bit of humility.
Yeah, I mean, how many kids out there playing showing Rolex on TV?
Right.
That you're not your daddy. You shouldn't be doing it.
Right.
It's just certain ways you gotta do things. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. A lot of coaches and GMs don't like that flashy stuff.
No. I mean, you talking about spending. I'm finna give you $50 million. I want to know if this team gonna be behind you or not.
Right.
You're gonna be the leader. You gonna step up. It is what it is. It's a business decision. So now you got to work your way all the way back up to show your dad ain't around. Can you do it without your dad being around? Right. He's never had to compete for it to be a starting quarterback. Know where he's been because his dad already put him in front of everybody else.
Marcus, you speaking straight facts, brother. Straight.
I don't know how to call it. If my son the quarterback, you don't think I'm gonna try to put him up front too? All right. But like I say, they don't put him back where he got to compete. Now your dad ain't around showing, whispering in your ear. So you got to be at the top. Hey, the NFL, you gonna be a man or you not. That's how it is.
Have you ever met Dion?
You know what? Let me tell you this story. So me and Dion got a friend named Pat Carter. Pat played at Florida State.
Right.
Okay. So I lived in Madison, Mississippi at the time, and Pat called me up. He's like, "Man, Marcus, Dion coming over there. You want to go to the game? How far you live from where you play?" I said, "About 10 minutes." I said, "Well, I'll tell him to call you when you get over there." You think I heard from Dion? I ain't heard from Dion. I want to come support him. But also, when some of his kids that were here there in Mississippi from Florida, they couldn't go home for Thanksgiving, a bunch of them. And so one of the guys named Vernon Perry, who played at Jackson State, also played for the Houston Oilers, said, "Man, Mark, when you feed these kids, they can't go home." Sure. I fed them not one time, but I fed them twice.
Right.
They came to my house, ate Thanksgiving. But, I'm going to treat kids, because I want the same thing. Was all the way from home. So I just got to be friends with them, and they come out there fishing and whatever they want to do. As long as they good kids, hey, I let them, hey, y'all come out, let me know when you're coming, you come fish anytime. Now, mind you, Dion had a big-ass lake, way bigger than mine. Yeah. I said, is y'all going your coach won't let y'all fish? He said, "No, man. No, Dion let us fish out. Well, y'all come on." So, little things like that. They don't treat kids like that. Yeah. Especially when they far from home. Now, I ain't knocking Dion or nothing. I'm just calling it how it happened. That's
What would you say is your biggest regret? If you had
my biggest regret is not winning the national championship. I didn't go to Oklahoma to win a Heisman Trophy, none of that kind of stuff. I went to win back-to-back national championships, and we would have if I'd have stayed there.
I feel you.
I do get that from Coach Switzenell. Man, you stayed the junior year, we were winning, and Keith Jackson, I always say, "Mark, Dupree, man, we would have won that. We would been Swiss Walker. If Dupree would have been there, we'd have won that national championship. So we would have went back-to-back national champion."
Can you imagine one player makes
That's
that
like
much
basketball.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
I know.
And that's just real. That's real
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah.
Chief Jackson always said every time we hook up, man, I wish you stayed that just 1 year. I like, man, no, back to back. That's all the regret I have, not winning that national championship back to back.
Marcus, you was like Cam Newton and Auburn, man. You use that one person for the team that pulled that whole team to the net. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Now, we have some players on that more now, but yeah, just that, that's missing that one player.
Right.
I mean, it's real because think about it. If you got that one player you want to play for, because I know if he gets through this hole, he gonna break it.
Right.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
You know what I mean? I'm not going through motions anymore. I'm gonna do all I can because he can break it.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it was like that my freshman year. It's like I had Dr. Jeff and a couple other guys that are older than me, like, man, we're gonna make a crack and let's do it. I said, give me the ball, baby, let's go.
Hey, tell us about the Marcus Dupree Hall of Fame Classic.
Well, what we're doing is we're gonna bring in ninth graders, the top ninth graders in the country. We're gonna have like fifth and eighth graders gonna come in, and we're gonna do a camp, but we're not gonna do a camp the regular way. We're gonna spend more time in the classroom, and in the classroom we're gonna we're gonna have speakers come in, teach about financial literacy. All these kids getting all this money now, they don't know what to do with it. They got to watch all these agents. They don't know what to do with it. Number two, we're gonna have your parents in there with you so they can learn also. And we're gonna come in. We're gonna spend more time in the classroom than we do on the field, but we're gonna film you. And so when we come in the next day, your parents can sit there. They understand what you're supposed to do and how it's supposed to be done. Not only that, we're gonna have how to train, how to eat. Have these parents, they send the kids out and expect them to live on McDonald's hamburgers and expect to be a top athlete. That don't work like that. So we're gonna just teach them about life, understand the procedures, what you need from A to Z, what you need to know, and the parents need to know. And like I said, we're gonna spend more time in the classroom than we do on the field. So, and then also we're gonna bring in two young ladies that are gonna run flag football, because flag football for girls is getting big. Yeah. And so we're gonna have hopefully we're gonna have about 20 to 30 team playoff. A tournament there the same week, but also we're gonna have a girls flag football camp, just like the boys. So yeah, so it's gonna be down here on the beach in Biloxi. I live in Biloxi now, so everybody's bagging it. The tourism of Mississippi is bagging it. State governor is bagging it, and the mayor of Biloxi is all behind it. So I think it's gonna be something special once we get off the ground. Also in December, though, we're gonna have a national high school combine, that should draw over 1,500 kids from all over the country, and hopefully we're gonna try to jump that off in December 2025. 2025, right before the weekend before Christmas.
Okay.
Because they're gonna have a Mississippi Alabama game. It's gonna be in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Then they're gonna have a Bill Blackwell State all state game down here on the coast. So why not do the combine while everybody's already close by?
Right. When young athletes look at Marcus Dupree, what do you hope they take away from your journey?
When they look at me or look at my history or story, I would say patience in the process.
Right.
So it's gonna be a process. You just got to be patient. A lot of these kids today, they want the microwave effect, where I want the bag right now. Sometimes you ain't gonna get the bag right now. It's gonna take some time. So I always think about this verse that God said. He said, "You may not see what I'm doing for you now, but you will later." Right. And so it's just patience in the process. And they're going, and once again, they don't have to back on this NIL stuff. When they said NIL, I figured it was just, if I sell a jersey, I get a certain percentage. Now they don't went over the top with giving these kids all this money. These kids ain't did nothing yet.
Right.
Let the kids earn it. I think
I totally agree with that. Totally.
I think if you're gonna pay the kids, pay everybody straight across the board.
Right.
$3,000 at the most.
Right.
And everybody gets the same amount. The kids shouldn't be spending no $3,000 a month. In college, you're getting everything free. So what else you gonna do with the money? So
Exactly.
all this NIL stuff. My mom was talking NIL back in 1982. She came to the Oklahoma State game, and so I come out of the locker room. She said, "Hold up, Marcus." I said, "What's up, Mom?" She's like, "Are they paying you for all them shirts I seen in the stands?" They had Ron Marcus Run on it. Then they had the foam figures that had Ron Marcus Run on. And she's like, I was like, "No, they ain't paying for this." She said, "Well, you going to the dorm. I'm gonna go talk to Coach Switzer right now." And she went.
That's tough.
Oh yeah. So let me tell you another story. So when I was on my recruiting trip to Southern Miss, so they take me over this wealthy dude's house. He got one of the biggest construction companies in Mississippi, and he offered me $250,000 a year to play at Southern. And my mom grabbed my shirt, "Mom, get your tail up right now." And we out. And I said, "Mom, that's a lot of money." She said, So for one thing, these white folks ain't gonna have their thumb on you and tell you what you can do and what you can't. I would not have that. So let's go. And we walked out of that man's house.
Mama's a wise woman. Very wise.
She was like, you'll make it. If God wants you to have it, you'll make your own money. Then you got control of your own money.
Right.
But we're not doing this. Now, it would be a different story, especially the NIL was going on back then. Now, I think she might have been talking a little bit different. But she was.
You ever spent time at the combine, the NFL combine?
Yeah, I was scout for the Redskins, so I was there.
Okay.
I was there for it.
We got a guy that was on the show, I think it was last week. Pushed 52. 52 at 225. Easy.
My cousin.
Wow.
He's an offensive guard for Newberry College. He bench pressed 225, 52 reps. He did 52 reps of 225.
Wow.
He said he's going to do more.
He said combine, he's going to do more.
Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy, man.
Give him that name because he's going to have that name.
Mason Gregg from Newberry College. Offensive guard.
How big is he? How big is he?
Mason is what, 6'4", 320? 315?
Yeah, he did say 320.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, yeah. He going to be able to, yeah.
He can move. Was a basketball, can move.
Yeah, he can move.
Wow. I can't wait to see him there. So this is senior year?
I see you video on video.
Okay.
I see you video. Yeah.
All right. So this is senior year, huh?
No, this is junior year, right?
Junior.
Damn.
That's why I asked him. So you gonna break the 52?
Wow.
Junior, man. Yep.
Of course, man.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I like to see that. Yeah, no doubt.
I send you the videos. You can check it out.
Okay, for sure.
Let me ask you this.
He started working out in the backyard, right? He started working out in the backyard.
Yeah, he started working out. He started working out and really started going hard during COVID, he said, in his granddaddy garage. He said with nothing to do, he started training and started getting stronger.
That's it, bro. That's what I did. Unfortunately, we had broomsticks and some old cedar brick. That's how we got started. Then my neighbor dad said, "I'm going to Sears Roebuck and buy y'all some weights."
Hey, you had the cinder blocks with the broomsticks and they said,
And that's how we started.
Me and my cousin Johnny did the same thing, man. We even got so bad. We had my grandfather, big boots. We lived on a farm, like 86 acres, and we put little bricks on the side and tie them, and run in the freshly plowed dirt.
Yeah.
I had a 48-inch vertical.
See what I'm saying? They were saying this. I heard this one. I don't believe he bench pressed 450. Coming in as a freshman. Oh, yes, I did, because I've been working out since the 5th grade. So that's what you don't know. Yes, indeed.
2 more questions, Marcus. I'm gonna get you out of here, man. You played in the college football, obviously, in a very high level, in NFL. So we all play sports, especially football. At some point in our football career, we got our bell rung. Who was the toughest defender you faced, and who rung your bell?
My high school defense.
Okay.
That's who. Oh, I played with some dogs, man. We were 2A high school, but we had 80 dudes on the team. Bro, nobody would beating us my junior year, bro. We had some dogs. And my grandson used to come where, like, some of my friends come in town, so we'd go to Philadelphia with it back to my hometown and eat. And so my grandson looking around at me and looking around my friends like, Dad, Papa, were y'all this big in high school? I said, we were a little bit smaller, but we had some big dudes on my team. And I said, man, all of them were dogs. They'll hit you and get up laughing at you. So, yeah, we were whooping 5A, 6A schools like it wasn't nothing. We were only 2A school.
Man, we were 6A in high school, man. So you mean to tell me you played college football at a very high level, and you was also playing NFL and UFL, and nobody rung your bell except your high school team?
Nobody high school team, bro.
They prepared it.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's what prepared me. When I went to OU, bro, you wouldn't believe it was a breeze. Man, because I know I played against some dogs in high school. They didn't care. I said, I get behind this big old line. Oh, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
You don't hardly hear people talk about it from high school to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, that's what I'm saying. That's why I left high school out when I asked him the question. I put college and pros. I left high school out.
There were dogs there.
Yeah.
Man, I had some dogs on my team, bro. They made me who I am because them Negroes didn't play. We hit each other. We hit each other, bro.
Who's your Super Bowl pick?
This year?
Yeah, for this year.
Ask me that after the first weekend.
Nah. Who's your team growing up? You're not a Cowboys fan, man, Craig here, are you?
Well, I was a Cowboy fan because my cousin played tight end there. But went Billy Joe Dupree.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I got 3 cousins playing. Bud Dupree is my cousin. And then I got a cousin up in Wisconsin. He's a running back. Then I got another cousin at Colorado State. He's a running back. And then I got an offensive tackle. Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah. So, we got, but let me think. Who's gonna win the Super Bowl? I still got to roll with Kansas City.
Come on back to the Cowboys, man.
Cowboys are done.
Green Bay and Baltimore. And you're right.
Yeah, you think Green Bay?
No.
Green Bay and Baltimore.
You're not even doing that. He's a Green Bay fan. You already know that.
Green Bay.
No.
You see that jersey behind him?
No, that ain't happening. Green Bay? Green Bay?
Green Bay. I ain't stuttering. Green Bay.
Green Bay got to get through the Redskins. They got Chicago might whoop them. And then who else? Then Washington. Washington ain't no joke. Philadelphia ain't no joke. Man, Green Bay gonna be sitting on the side on the couch with us watching the Super Bowl. You're right.
Hey, Cowboys going through all of them.
What's your thoughts on Jerry Jones?
Cowboys going through all of them.
Now, y'all got to figure out
what year you talking about? What year you talking about they gonna run through who? What year about? Hopefully 10 years from now when Jerry Jones dead and gone.
Hey man.
Until then.
It's sad.
Hey Marcus, he's still talking about that Charles Haley defense, man.
Yeah, back there when Deion them played and all that.
Man, they mess up everything when they changed that bargaining agreement and all that. When Charles Haley done with the Cowboys, they kept that team together, they probably could still win now.
Yeah, Jerry ego, man.
Ego in the way, just like Switzer ego was in the way. So big time. It's gonna be an interesting year in the NFC now. Right. NFC. It is. I don't know about the
AFC,
he just got engaged.
Who?
Travis Kelce. He ain't gonna be.
Oh yeah, they just got I just saw that.
He's not gonna help Patrick this year. He just got engaged.
Yeah.
He barely did anything last year. The referees helped him because that man was offside the first couple of games. That tackle was offside every play.
Travis was out of shape last year too, man. He was out of shape, man.
Yeah. I would be too. I will be too. I don't blame him.
Last question, man. When it's all said and done, how you want the world to remember Marcus Dupree?
Man, just an old country boy from Mississippi trying to treat everybody right. That's all. That's all. Just play the game. Just play the game. Just try to play it and just make everybody happy. That's about it.
There you go.
That's what's up, man.
And with Marcus, man, we appreciate you coming on the show. We're gonna bring you back sometime in the middle of the season so we can.
Let's do that. Let's do that, man. Let's do that. Let's talk about them Cowboys and everything. You know, they gonna win. Let Jerry Jones sit down. You know, you need to fight himself. At the end of the day.
Hey, Marcus, when we bring you back during the middle of the season, I guarantee you the Cowboys probably 1-8.
I can promise you that. I bet. How about them Cowboys?
Marcus Dupree, ladies and gentlemen.
Deuces, man. All right. Bro.
Hey, Marcus, I'm gonna see that video, man.
Okay, bro, do that for sure.
All right. I'm gonna let you check it
out. Okay, then. All right.
It's great.